Hello everyone, SpeeDMan here, back with another episode of our Let's Learn Civilization 6 series. So in this particular one, we're going to do a little more work with our older Simon Bolivar map. We're going to actually carry a bit more progress on with that one and kind of continue that momentum. So from where we last left off, we expanded our tiles outreach by a good bit, our civilization's outreach by a good bit.
New powers call
And
forth,
we also
from the
were able
barrel
to
of
take,
muskets to
or at
flowers of
least,
fire in the sky.
from loyalty pressure,
Even
take
the
one of
quiet
Kupe's
words of
cities.
newly printed pages
So
hold
it's
great
pretty good.
changes within.
That's put us in
The
a good
world,
position, and we have quite a few
once so
cities now.
vast and
Now it's a
mysterious,
matter of
has grown
building as
smaller
many
and more
campuses as
familiar.
possible,
Yet,
getting encampments
there are always
eventually,
questions to
along
be
with our
answered,
commercial hubs,
faiths
and
to be
really
tested,
just
and
kicking off
national
like a major
identities to be
domination
formed.
spree in the mid to late game.
You could have
So
followed
that's
the
where
whims of your
the
colleagues,
Comandante
Simon
General
Bolivar,
and the
but
Llanero,
instead you
they're
chose to
both going to
become
take
the
a good
liberator.
positive impact.
Hodge.
So as you can see, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities. And yes, we are kind of telegraphing to Hungary that we're eventually trying to declare war. Um, he has medieval walls. Catapults are not very effective. Actually, they're really not effective at all. So the key thing in this case is essentially developing, eventually once I'm able to get bombards. And that will deal some major heavy blows to his military infrastructure. Now, I can start working on university here. I need food. I need food growth though, or at least just housing growth. So a dam is going to be expensive, but a dam there would be pretty useful though. So far, that's pretty good. You know, getting these cities here, all this here is good. I'm not worried about the religious pressure. Um, Dominant religion is Catholicism, so let's take a look at that. Choral music, shrines and temples provide culture equal to their intrinsic faith output. Uh, Faith or culture from each holy site district for that's falling in this religion. That's going to be useful for that. Religious, I'm not worried about that, and that'll be useful. So really, eventually, I'm going to have the additional space, if you will, to add on to some of my culture. Right now, it's not really necessary. Yes, she's taking off and she's in a really good position. Mapuche and him are both in good positions. He's pretty far behind, other than just having an extremely large military. So to take that into account, I need to kind of counteract that somehow. The way I'm going to do that is eventually going to really start working on rapid expansion. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple traders started. I need to further my trade routes so I can build, good rotation with units. Um, that slinger, weird that the slinger didn't get this, didn't disappear once this converted. I haven't actually seen that before. Um, so now I'm in this position here. I can eventually settle one more city here. I'll probably settle on that gypsum there. It's a good tile. And then I will set up here. So right now we are in the normal age. We have 32 turns until the next era. We're in the Renaissance era. So at this stage, it's going to be very, very key that we start to develop our military to really to the level that we want. Um, Mogadishu, it's important that we retain that because as we build more, as you can see here, more commercial hubs, that'll develop our output more and more because we have a pretty good amount of value investment here that's better than others. Um, Increase trade route capacity by 1. Your trade routes to city states now grant you 1 faith or 2 faith. So here's another thing. I could use a charge of him on something like, I don't see it, but banking or economics to make a corporation. That would actually be a pretty beneficial thing for me. It's going to take some time, but in order for that to be viable, first I need to focus on my military a little bit, get this properly going and developing. That's going to be 6 turns away, so that's going to give you +8 science per turn. It's a nice big chunk of science. Let's see, is there anybody else that we can extract value from? We have quite a bit of niter. He does not have a means to purchase that. He's got plenty. She's got some, but doesn't value it at all. So that's 8 gold per turn. Even better, even better. 17 gold per turn. Now that's a much better deal. And while I'm at it, I could probably sell off some of my other stuff that I don't need, because I'm going to be focusing on building these more than I'm going to be focusing on building other things. So who has space for... Oh, you have space for it, not very much. You harbor no value in that. You harbor a lot of value, but I'm going to be declaring war on you soon, so no. And then trying to make use of diplomatic favor. You know, one thing I've learned though, since previous runs and other runs that you've seen likely on the channel, is that these particular civs here, or really just in general, in the early game, you can maximize input by, you know, buying a lot of their diplomatic favor very early on. So I think that was Mapuche that valued it at a really high amount. Yeah, 8. So what I'll do is we could do all 31. It's 3 gold per turn. So that's better. I'm making a good bit of diplo favor, so I'm going to utilize that more. So overall, a good position. Okay. I could try to build the Temple of Artemis. The biggest threat would be, navally speaking, Coupe. Coupe's in a situation where he could do a lot of damage. So I want to avoid that if I can help it. Like, he has a good sized navy and he's got caravels. Caravels would really mess me up here. So you, let's see here. Got another one around here. So of course there's a tribal village in that region. Let's see if I can complete a circumnavigation here, or at least get up to this area here. And then that'll be a full circumnavigation, which would give me a good bit of value. Um, I'm making 212 gold per turn. It's a pretty good amount. So what's going to be good about that is every 5 turns I can buy a new university, and I'm likely going to use that as an opportunity because once I have a ton of universities here, um, let's take a look. So let's go here. That has a library. That's got a library. It's also got a library and it's giving me an idea per turn. Actually, no, it's got a university. Okay, so we're good there. Um, that's 5 turns away from university. That has a library. So that's, I think, 4 so far. 5. So I can make, eventually, once I have the means of having, an absurdly high amount of gold per turn, even furthered, even furthered, by having the Merchant Confederation. What's going to be really key is that this is going to allow me to just basically every 5 turns buy 8 gold per turn or 8 science per turn at a permanent level. And that's pretty darn good. That's going to make me closer to competitive with him and start to catch me up when I need to be catching up with him. He has plenty of walls in a lot of his cities. In order for this to be a viable strategy and attack strategy, I need to be able to get bombards and other strong stuff very, very quickly. The sooner I can do that, the better. And then...
It's all papers and forms. The entire civil service.
Perfect. So I'm looking for different means for me to get an alliance going. I could give you the most profitable deal in the world, and you still wouldn't think it. Doesn't let me click on the gold for some reason. Let's see here. Cultural alliance would probably be fine. Actually, let me think a little bit. Keep you working around. Because the thing I need to consider too as well. So here's just the edge of the Chinese Empire. Kind of comes around here into this large chunk of land. Established governors with at least 2 promotions provide 1 amenity and 2 housing. So let's see here. This would actually help that city. That would help that city. So that would be beneficial. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. 1 amenity and 2 housing. 1 housing, 1 amenity. All cities with a district. That would be good, but the thing is that this is better because this applies to many more cities. That has just an overall better, like, just benefit in general. I can do a lot more with that. Good thing is I am making a good bit of gold per turn. That will really start to benefit a lot. Good thing is his military isn't that large. He just has a lot of walls. So if I can tear the walls down with bombards pretty quickly, that'll really help me a ton. So let's see here. Eventually getting this great merchant is going to be very nice because this guy can use, I can basically utilize them as a means to get a corporation eventually, and that much I will do. Just take you around. It's probably going to be blocked off. Is what it's starting to look like here. Which, if that is the case, it is what it is. But actually, it's 13 turns, so I'd want to pick up a boost for that. Actually, now I don't know if that's 3 diplomatic favor per turn. It's hard to tell. I suppose the land units with faith. Pillaging improvements and districts. Let's see here. Pillaging improvements and districts provide bonus faith. 1 spy and 1 spy capacity. I would say this. I think that's going to be a huge benefit. So I'm going to go here into that. Then I will start working on spies and such. So no problem there. And then let's go ahead and think about what the city needs. Let's say a trader would be nice. That way we can set up a trade route that kind of comes across, maybe even if it goes far enough to Bandar Brunei, and that'll give me a nice little return on gold as well. And let's see here. So you're not unfriendly anymore. So good thing is my science will start to flourish. Cool. So he's friendly. I'm going to make friends with him so that way I can gain more in the long run. Alliances will also be useful. Maybe a scientific alliance would be good. That's as far as they go. Natural disaster. 1 tile damaged and 1 tile gained fertility. Of course, it was my commercial hub. Go figure. Annoying. Well, at least I didn't kill everything. 1 tile gained fertility. That's 4 gold. Okay, so let's go ahead and just repair that. Let's declare friendship with you. That got boosted. And then Catholicism, that is Hungary. I don't want to make an alliance with you though. Do that, just make a little extra gold. Let's see. If I have no value in that. I think you were the one that had. Let's see here. You don't even have an income. So you have value in that, but I'm going to need to save up now at this point. I'm soon getting... that's annoying because I lost a trader at capacity. It automatically took that out, even though I'm still 2-3. Okay, that's odd. I don't know why it still took that up, but okay, doke. We'll take on the next turn. I'll be able to get a university here. That'll bring me up. Thank you. That is a most welcome addition to the coffers.
Ha!
Brother, I am not interested in the war with you, so let's avoid that. You value that like crazy. Adjacent to a camp improvement. Would have to be... Would I have to clear that? Well, I have the means to another thing, or another district. Could go that way. Since I'm there, go get that. That'll upgrade my science a bit more. Mausoleum will be good. And universities, 8 science. So that hasn't really applied fully yet. It will next turn. I'm actually becoming pretty competitive on a science turn-by-turn basis for science, so that's pretty good. I will need to get that. That'll actually be very, very useful. So once I have a couple things done here, I'm going to transition into campus research grants. Bring this guy up. Maybe train a couple more, and that way I can promote them into bombards, and it'll be cheaper. I will have to pick up the... actually, I already have it. The... right here, professional army. So I'll be using that, and that'll help boost me up pretty quickly. So haciendas will be good. Not crazily like great, game breaking, but not bad. It's +2, +2, +1. This isn't really going to help a lot, so that's fine. That card won't do very much to benefit me, so I'm not going to use it. Let's go ahead and see here. Chancery, actually, I could use. I should go for that. Influence points per turn. Tier 3 governments are here, not for a while. A couple people are already over here. It's a tricky call, because there are quite a few things here that can actually be of very, very high value. It's just a matter of, essentially debating which things are going to be usable and which things are going to be kind of like not very good to focus on. I would like to go ahead and at some point get an encampment, start getting some great general points, and I should do that, so I will. Much as other things would be beneficial, and yes, that is true, for a late game like military and science push, this is going to be really important. So okay, so that's already good. That's good there. That should improve above 100. So that only improved by like 2 points, even with the university. And I hope it goes up properly. Yep, that's 110. Perfect. So now I'm pretty much in line with some of the others. And with my economy being as strong as it is, I will be able to start properly competing with the other civs in this regard. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to pick up some extra gold per turn. Like, that's the 11 gold per turn. That's pretty damn good. You don't have gold. No. That's nothing worthwhile. That's a good deal. It's an awful deal. Okay, so I think it was Matthias. And we'll do the 11 gold. Oop, let me go back to you. 3 gold per turn for a little extra. Not that big of a deal, because by the time I actually have activation of a lot of this stuff. Oh, come on. Really? Don't make me have to kill you, man. Don't make me do this. It's not going to be pretty, Slinger. Slinger's really asking for it. What is the... I haven't got a tile that I could actually make use of here. That's a little frustrating. It's too many turns for an archer. It shouldn't be that many turns for what essentially should be a pretty quick build, but apparently it is. Yeah, 100% getting intelligence agency is the play here. I may just bring this trebuchet down, and that way the trebuchet, you can just get rid of this guy, get some XP maybe. So I'll just do that. I'll go do campus research grants. I'll start boosting for science. The sooner I get that stuff, the better, because then I could really start taking off a bit more. And I will go... the university will be done in 12 turns. Since I've already put progress into it, I'm going to leave that on, because I can get that done in 12 turns. The harbor here, eventually getting some of the upgrades for it, like, you know, a shipyard and so on, will be pretty useful. You know, shipyards are going to be very nice. Delete that tack. That's a +4 harbor. That'll be a +4. You know, was it this one here? Yes, town charters. That will be the one that I'm going to do for that. Actually, that might get boosted. No, because I only have one market. Never mind. Okay.
The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall.
Quarries, one additional production. You're gonna head south. Since this guy's just gonna camp out in the spot that I really need him not to be camping out. Just gonna have to do something about that. There's a lot over here that I haven't checked out and explored, so I will go ahead and just take a look around. Now you can get back to that trader that you were supposed to be doing. And now that's done, go ahead and work on campus research grants. Let's get my science more competitive.
Ka mato tonu te whenua, ka ora, ka waiti tonu ngā wai, kei whea mai.
Yep. Don't need to be doing a lot of adjustments to tiles or clearing things out, so that's fine. Although, yes, it would be an amazing place for a Temple of Artemis, but it doesn't seem to let me, and I
You can't
assume
go
it's
around
because...
arresting the
wait.
Thieves Guild.
Perfect. Doop-a-dee-doo. Nah, I'm gonna need this. Don't have industrial zones. Veteran C is a lot more valuable in this current game state. That would lose me a good bit of science, but also... Let's think for a sec. Let's think for a sec. So, also I have a governor title, so that's good. That'd be another 10 gold per turn. I mean, I could put a harbor here and then gain all those adjacency bonuses on top of that. I'd rather have tax collector. Just get a little bit more gold per turn. And while I'm at it, let's see, how much science am I going to lose? So that's actually a good bit. So yeah. Reduction in all cities would hurt pretty badly. That's 1 point of production in a lot of cities that don't have very much production. But more gold per turn. Let's see how much though. So that's 3 gold per turn. Five. That's not great. Let's just take you out. Since you want to be a nuisance. And bring them around here and just kind of explore this area. See if there's another city-state in the area that I could pick up some envoy points towards. Sure. I have enough expansion in my regions anyways, so this is pretty much fine. You will try to expand eventually, but out of curiosity, I could set... Ooh, no, he's trying to settle around here, so that's fine. I'll probably settle one more city here. Otherwise, I think I've actually got enough cities. I'll settle one here for sure. Destroy that. Maintain friendship with him for now. The reason is, when I'm ready to declare war and go after him, I'll be focused and ahead of him on science. I'll actually have tempo in my direction. Tempo is against me right now. I just don't have the means. Like, he's already got walls, like Renaissance walls. I would need like a good amount of bombards for that to actually be competitive, and his structure here is pretty good. So much as I want to go after him, it's not really going to be a very viable strategy. Just as of right now, I can't do very much. Now, that would give me a good bit of culture. That's done next turn, so I can move them up from here. It's 53 turns. That's a long ass time. I really should build an industrial zone. Industrial zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just an industrial zone in general would just be very beneficial at this stage. So I will probably put this into Maracaibo would be good. That would give me a city state. All right, that would give me a trade route that goes way further down than before, so that's helpful. A university it will purchase, and that negates that issue right off the bat. I'm limited in housing right now pretty damn badly. I'll wait till next turn and I'll get a dam. It'll also protect my stuff around here because I need to protect that commercial hub because I will eventually expand that. So let's go ahead and do do some campus research for a moment. And I think that's a good place for us to stop off. We're in a pretty good position. We've done some more development and growth. Our science tempo is now competitive with the rest of the field. And we're going to take that and continue on. Basically, the goal here, and obviously it would be good. Thanks for the gold. Just in general, I mean, this position is pretty damn good. So, I will pick that person up. I'm probably going to have a dark age in the industrial area, which is going to suck. I just don't have the means to produce a lot of, you know, a lot of things that would give me those benefits. I'm going to have them sleep. Since you got a little bit of XP, you're going to work your way north. Just have yourself ready into those positions later on. Now that I can work on my encampment, I'll go ahead and do exactly just that. And eventually, as I keep my gold up, nice and high here, what I'm going to want to do is really focus heavily on maintaining as much gold income as possible. Anywhere that I can see somebody can use an amenity. Oh, you don't have gold. Just go through the list. Let's try to pick up as much as possible. It's a little bit more gold per turn. This one's done. A little weird that it's not going to let me go to Pagoda because it's going to make this just faster without it really being faster in the way that I would like. I would like to make another campus though too. We'll probably put that down that direction. Actually, Fez. Yeah, I have enough from that. That's providing me benefit. 3 culture per turn is pretty nice. Alright. Well, everyone, this is a great place for us to stop off for now. Thank you for your time, and we'll be back with another episode. Alright, everyone, take care. SpeeDMan out.